Today we're going to learn how to create long hair on an embroidery hoop. You will need an embroidery hoop, a needle, cotton fabric, felt for backing, embroidery thread, scissors, a printer, a felt pen or Sharpie, and another pen. Now I love Pinterest. I found this design on there, printed it out, drew around the outline with a felt pen to make it thicker. I also drew on a full head on this design ready to follow for the outline of the hair. First you want to use your hoop as a guide and cut out a piece of fabric at the right size. Secure your fabric in the hoop by pulling it around the edges and tightening the bolt. Repeat until it's completely secure. Put your design underneath the hoop and copy the design onto the back. I prefer to do this than draw it on the front, as I find it that you never truly cover it and the water dissolvable pens can get a bit messy. You'll be able to faintly see it on the front. Separate out 2 strands of embroidery thread and copy the outline design onto the front using a back stitch. If you want the design to be thicker, you can always use more strands. Similarly, if you want it to be really thin, just use 1 strand. Where you've copied the design onto the back, you may need to flick the design over on the more fiddly bits, like around the fingers. Try and complete the design in as much of a single line as possible. Now we're going to move on to creating the long hair. I decided to keep these as 6 strands of the thread to make the hair as thick as possible. Using 1 strand, decide how long you want the hair to be and cut 1 piece, which is 2 of those lengths. Coming down from the right side of the design, pull the thread through the fabric, leaving the right length of hair on the front. Come up back through the fabric just underneath the first stitch. Now go back down into the fabric in the same original hole and back up through the second hole. This creates enough strength in the stitch to hold it in place, while allowing you to pull it slightly to amend the length of both pieces. You should now have 2 strands of hair. Take a second length of thread and go down into the fabric in between the 2 original strands to fill out the hair. Leave the correct length of hair out on the front. Come up just underneath the other 3 strands, back down into the original hole and up through the second hole. Adjust the length of hair as necessary. You should now have 4 strands of hair. Cut out more lengths and continue to add them around the hairline. I then added the outline of the head, which allows for a straight hairline and makes the hair look fuller. Add in additional threads in any gaps between the lengths to make the hair as full as possible. You can then choose to style your hair as you wish, but I wanted loose hair for this design. Now we're going to back the hoop to finish the design. Turn the embroidery hoop over and do a running stitch around the outside. Pull it tight to draw the fabric into a neat circle at the back inside the hoop. Using the embroidery hoop, cut out a piece of felt the correct size. Now we're going to use a whip stitch to secure the felt onto the back. Using a length of embroidery thread, come up through the cotton and the felt. Directly above where you came into the felt, stitch into the cotton sideways and then come back up through the felt a centimetre or so to the left of the original stitch. Repeat all the way around. Now this is fiddly, but keep with it. Then the only remaining thing is to display your embroidery hoop with pride and make sure you point it out to everyone, reminding them that you made it. Now I'd love to see your creations, so tag me at Create with Verity on Instagram or YouTube. Thanks for watching, make sure you like and subscribe to stay tuned for my next videos. Good luck!